Prior to Kennedy's assassination, what was your opinion of him?
I really didn't have any opinion. I was only in second grade at that time, and I didn't follow politics at all. We were being a kid.
Okay. And do you remember the moment when you heard about his assassination?
Yep, I was in Mrs. Cupp's second grade class at Bland School. They came over the announcement, said what had happened.
And what were your thoughts at that moment?
Really just kind of like stunned silence. The whole class was like stunned and just quiet and kind of, I guess to coin a phrase we use today, surreal. It was, the country was different then. It was more patriotic then. And to have something like that happen to the president was a big deal. Not that it isn't today, but it was a bigger deal back then. Even for Republicans and those who didn't vote for Kennedy, it was still a big issue.
And in the initial reports, it only said that he was shot. Do you believe that he could survive?
I don't recall that exactly. I knew it, or it seems, as much as I can remember, that it was quite ominous that it was assumed it would be fatal, I guess. And the way they presented it in the news that afternoon when I got home from school, that it was not good. In fact, I think by that time they had already pronounced him dead.
And how did you feel when it was official that Kennedy was dead?
Again, it was kind of like stunned silence that the President of the United States had been shot and killed. That was, that kind of stuff didn't happen in the United States. At least you didn't think it did.
And were you surprised when Jack Ruby went and shot Lee Harvey Oswald the next Sunday?
Well, at that age, no, it was just, I mean, it was kind of shocking, you know, that happened. At my age now, knowing what I know, doesn't surprise me at all.
And why do you think Ruby shot Oswald?
Well, I think to shut him up. That's my own personal opinion. Keep him quiet about whoever might have been involved in the conspiracy or whatever it was, or his real involvement in it.
And did you see the shooting on live TV?
Live TV? I was in school. Didn't have live TV at school back then. You're lucky to have the PA system. Or you mean a recording of it? Like on the news we saw it. That's the next question.
And do you think Oswald killed JFK alone, or do you think he had help?
I think he had a lot of help. And I mean, who knows? I don't think we'll ever really know what happened exactly. I do not believe for a second that it was Oswald alone. That doesn't add up. I've looked at that as all the conspiracy things and stuff I ever watched and different news accounts. It doesn't add up that he was the only guy. It doesn't make sense.
And then why do you think Kennedy was assassinated?
Well, I mean, he had Oswald involved in it. At what level, you know, I'm not sure, but obviously he was a communist sympathizer, and I guess people maybe like me, or certainly myself, believe there was communist involvement at some level, to some degree. He had made them pretty mad, and they did not like him at all. That was something that you guys missed, the Cold War, and just the animosity and such between the USSR at that time and the United States. Khrushchev was president of the USSR at that time, and he was bound and determined. In fact, he told Kennedy, when Kennedy ran him out of Cuba, he said that, that's fine, we'll leave, and we'll take over the United States and we'll never fire a shot. And look what they've done. We've got communists that are working in the president's administration. We've got communists and or communist sympathizers in the House and the Senate. Socialists. We've got socialists running for president. Years ago, when I was your age, socialists kept his mouth shut. Same way with the commies. They kept themselves shut and quiet and went and hid in a corner somewhere. And they were plotting these kind of things. Never trust a commie or a Democrat.
It's good advice, solid advice. Well, thanks for coming, Dad.
That's
for
all right.
coming to the couch.
Yeah, you're welcome. Shut that thing off.